welcome to episode 61 of Checkpoint Chat. I read the little title quickly.
Nice. I had my doubts before we started though.
I'm Alessandro, that's Matty.
This is me.
This is me.
Nice to meet you.
That sounds
How
like
did I get
a lyric
you?
from a song.
It probably
It's
is.
probably like a sad song. Like
Isn't it a Pink song? This is
Pink?
me. I'm telling you.
Probably.
I'll
maybe.
look it up right
Pink
now.
Pink is dope. I like it.
Full a minute with banter.
I watched the first episode of The Boys yesterday.
What? Okay, The Boys is that
It's a comic
spin-off
series.
superhero.
Yeah, so
whatever
I
show,
didn't
okay.
know what it was either, but everyone was chatting about it in a WhatsApp group. So here's the quick, 101 of this universe. There are tons and tons of superheroes,
Yeah,
and they've become like a corporate entity, put it that way.
I know.
Like they make lots of films and merchandise and whatever, and they have their own company that kind of manages them and decides where to put them in the country and whatever, and kind of cover ups their messes.
Oh,
So
yeah?
when they accidentally kill civilians while trying to save the world, they cover it up and shit like that. But these heroes are more concerned with their image than actually saving people, so they're kind of bad.
The Boys.
So yeah, the story's about a guy who's kind of sick and fucking tired of these heroes just doing whatever they want.
Goddamn, what are you watching it on?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. Something I don't have.
You stream on Twitch, but you don't pay Amazon.
I don't play.
Prime.
I don't. No, I don't. But I expect people who have Amazon Prime to give me their free
Give
Twitch
you your
sub.
subs.
Hand it over. Give me your free
You should get Lenskit to
$2.50
subscribe and give you the
just
sub.
to pay for that. That's so.
Well, how much do you get from a sub?
$2.50
Okay.
every month.
Okay, because a subscription right now for 6 months is $2. So I'm essentially giving you what I
What?
pay for my sub.
So I could give myself money technically if I subscribe for $2 for 6 months.
You could be giving yourself 50 cents every month for 6 months. And then you
Goddamn,
can
I need
watch
to
The
advertise
Boys.
this. I'll tell everyone, hey, get Amazon Prime for 2 months. By the way,
Watch The Boys.
watch me and the boy.
And The Boys. Watch
Watch
me,
the two of
boy.
us. Okay, I looked up that song. I don't know. Pink doesn't have a song, but I swear to God, there's some lyric that is
Probably.
something. This is me.
This
Or it
is
sounds like
me.
No, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, The Boys, pretty cool. I only
Amazon
watched one
Prime.
episode and it's
Is it funny?
ridiculously
I remember.
violent.
I remember seeing the trailer.
It's like
And I thought,
fucked up violent.
That looks quite funny and
But it's
violent.
got
But
Carl Uben,
who's that?
the guy who was
Who dat?
the guy who was a Dread. If you see him, you'll know who he was.
Okay,
Yeah.
recognize this.
Yeah, not Sylvester Stallone, not
Oh.
I Am the Law.
I
I am the law.
Jeff still has the best pinned tweet.
Yeah. He's
What existential dread?
Yeah, it's like,
It's like what is it?
am I
say?
only the law? Is that all I am or something
Yeah.
like that?
Oh my God, he went viral.
It was very good. It was a very good one. You see, that's the Carl Uben Dread, the good Dread movie.
Okay.
That was
Okay.
sadly didn't do well in the theater and never got a sequel made. Very
Is that
sad.
one that is filmed in Cape Town?
Yeah.
Cape Town.
Yeah, you see them riding out at the beginning, and it just looks like the winding
Off
highways of
Table
Cape
Mountain.
Town. Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah. Judge Dredd taking place all on Table Mountain. Table Mountain is a mega city block.
There's that scene where Sylvester Stallone in the original Judge Dredd looks up and he says, "I am the law." Do they have the same thing in the reboot where he looks up Table Mountain and he goes, "Hey, hey,
Hey,
Get off my mountain.
Do you see me? I'm the law.
this isn't Cape Town."
Well, Cape
But
Town
it is.
Cape Town needs the law on
Needs
Table
some
Mountain
Judge
because
Dredd.
that place is
Holy
fucking
shit!
dangerous.
Have you seen what's been happening with the Cape Flats? They've actually
dude.
rolled out the army.
Yeah, it's basically Mega City 1. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's basically Judge
They
Dredd.
do
that's
Judge
going-
Dredd. That is hectic, though. I think we take it for granted because people are like, yeah, Cape Town's super safe. Although, wait, I lie. Cape Town, you'll see it pop up on top 10 crime cities in the world, and people are like, but Cape Town's so safe. But it's like, yeah,
Sea Point safe.
per capita murder and stuff, thanks just to the Cape Flats, it's like incredibly high. And what drove that home is when it came out that the army was being rolled out. It's like, yeah, it's actually a war zone. It's like,
Yeah,
wow,
it's fucked
okay.
up there at the moment.
That's
yeah.
hectic, yeah.
But it's also like Cape Town is like tourist central, so of course crime's going to be high. Like,
Yeah.
This idea that Cape Town's safe is just fucking bizarre. I don't understand it.
Nowhere's safe. Hide your kids. Hide your
Yeah.
hide everyone.
Hide your shoes. I was in Cape Town town last year, and we were waiting for they have that My City bus that kind of goes through. So Shani and I were waiting for it after a dinner, and this dude comes up to us and asks me, he's like, do you want some cocaine? And I was like,
You're like, yes. And Shawnee's like, what?
so it's just like, no. And he's like, you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And then he looks down at me. He's like, what shoe size are you? I was like, oh, fuck, I'm so
my
getting
God.
fucking jumped for my shoes.
That is so weird.
Yeah, it was very awkward.
What
I
did he
do
just
not feel
walk
safe.
away or what?
No, I was like, oh, I'm this size and this size. He's like, yeah, those shoes are very nice. I'm like, yeah, they're really cool, whatever. I was just like, don't kill me, please.
Yeah, if you like had a little breakdown, like, I'm a size 7, please don't murder me for my shoes.
And I told Kervin this story, and he's like, yeah, when I was a kid, I got jumped for my shoes in the
No
exact
way.
same way. Yeah.
So maybe you're lucky. The dude's like, what size? You like size 8? It's like, I'm
Yeah.
size 10. You're lucky.
Glenn told me that it's a common thing that guys do there to distract you from being pickpocketed.
It's
I was like, oh, that makes sense.
It's weird because, like, in an interesting twist, something similar happened yesterday. We went to Paul's Ice Cream in
You could ask for your shoe
Parkhurst.
size, the crest.
No, but I mean, this whole thing of like thinking and mugging is just about to happen. So we're sitting outside, and Lenska's mom, Zelda, she's a teacher. She bumped into one of her students, and they're having a fat chat, and the student was just holding.
Student was pickpocketing her.
No, oh my God, can you imagine that twist? Hey, Miss Tweedy, give me your phone.
My goodness.
No, so she was just standing there holding a phone, and then out of nowhere, these two dudes came and stood next to them two. And the one dude, you could see, like, he was either very drunk or very high. Like, his eyes were wide, and he kept looking at her phone. And Lenska looked at me, and then I was like, don't worry, like, I'm very aware if anything happens. And then they walked. So there was these two dudes. One dude was holding the one guy's arm, like, loosely. Like, I don't know, like, maybe
weird.
to stop him from doing something or just to keep control of him.
Don't steal,
I don't know what the hell it was. But then they walked past him, but they had their arms linked, and they walked past her, and they bumped into the students. So she was between them. And the moment that happened, I stood up, and I was
You're
like, what? And then they just walked away. But I don't know if they were actually doing anything or they were just completely, like, fucked out of their minds.
Yeah.
But it was
it
very
is Parkhurst, so
it was very much like, no. He was like just
Something's
looking at
wrong,
that
yeah.
phone, and we're like, no, he's gonna go for us or something. And then they just walked away. So like,
Yikes.
okay. But it
the middle
was
of the day?
weird. Yeah, in the middle of the day, it is so weird. But it's the same thing. Like there's something
You
very
can tell,
off here.
yeah.
Yeah.
What ice cream did you get?
So I used the Entertainer app.
Oh, yeah.
I
2
had
for 1.
No, I had the 2-for-1 milkshake. Me and Dad-in-law
disappointing.
Tom shared
Oh,
milkshakes.
that's cute. I love that.
So new. He had I think he had milk chocolate, and I had chocolate Nutella and Oreo. It was really good. And what was really nice about it actually is that I watched them make it. They put like 2 or 3 scoops of ice cream and I don't know, like a teeny tiny bit of milk. So you're really just having
It's a lot of ice
smushed
cream,
up
yeah.
ice cream.
It's pretty great, yeah.
So I ended up just eating it with a spoon. I was like, this is delicious.
It's really good. I went there the other day because I was killing time before dinner, and I got a granadilla and white chocolate flavor. It was really good.
So good.
Yeah.
Have you ever had the birthday? I mean,
Oh, I love
actually,
birthday
when
cake,
we
yeah.
had
Hell
your
yeah.
birthday here, your
the birthday
cake
cake
was
one.
birthday cake flavor. Because yesterday I told Lane, so I was like, everyone raves about the birthday cake. I don't think
really
I've
good.
ever had it. And she's like, Alessandra's cake was a birthday cake. you
God
fool."
damn it, you were there.
But can I tell you, we were at Paul's in Rosebank the one time, and there was this dude kicking up a fuss because he was so mad they were out of birthday cake
Really?
flavor. I was like, damn,
it's definitely not their
this must be
best,
a
but-
good flavor. Well, but it's in high demand.
Yeah,
clearly.
definitely, yeah.
I was like, damn, you must really
They
love
have
this
some
flavor.
weird flavors now because they got the birthday cake and they've got this like butter cake one.
Oh man, the ice cream is just so good.
My favorite is still their Vietnamese coffee. Which
Yeah, that's
I saw a lady, yeah, because Shani and I, now I kind of understand that person, but Shani and I went to the Hyde Park Paul's where they have, they make sundaes there, which, but too sweet for me. Like it's like ice cream and a ton of fucking other shit on it. And I'm just
Yum.
like, this is a bit too much.
Sounds like heaven. What's wrong with you?
But while we were eating it, this old lady and her husband came and she was asking for the coffee, and the teller was like, "I'm sorry, it's sold out today. It's a really popular flavor." And she's like, "I know it's a popular flavor. That's why I keep coming here and asking for it. What must I do? Must I come outside here and pick it with a sign saying I'm not going to leave until I get my Vietnamese coffee?" I'm like, this is a really
Damn.
extreme like response to them just not having your
I'm
fucking
telling
flavor.
you, this dude we saw at Rosebank was the same thing. He was so mad they ran out of birthday cake flavor. It's like, well, what am I going to have now? Like, I don't know, maybe any of the other 12 flavors that are all really
People
good.
not have like bigger problems in their life. But I just stood there flabbergasted. Like Shani was just like, she was just looking and she's like, is this really happening? Like, this lady was going all out on this poor teller just because they didn't have coffee flavor.
It's my birthday cake flavor and I can cry if I want to.
Fuck's sake. It just, white people.
What? Hashtag white people and their problems.
Yeah, hashtag rich white people problems is not having.
I'm just going to
your
come out and
fucking
say
favorite Paul's ice cream.
the guy complaining was not white.
Oh, that's awkward.
Hashtag spoiled people problems.
Spoiled people,
Let's put it
yes.
that way. Let's undo this racial
Yes,
spin.
let's undo this. This woman was white.
Oh no.
And she was very old and very angry.
She's like, apartheid was great. And,
Oh, dear God. Oh, no. Let's. This is Checkpoint Chat.
They had this flavor back in the...
We talk about video games here. Oh, my God.
We're not political.
This got weird very quickly.
Let's talk about games.
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
Yeah. I'm the one playing old video games now, and you're the one playing recent releases. So let's talk about a recent release.
Oh,
yeah.
we
look how the tables have turned.
That's half true. Okay, but we'll start on another political game, seeing as we're keeping the political theme.
Wolfenstein.
Youngblood. where you kill Nazis, and that's
Is it young as in Y-U-N-G? Like young,
Youngblood.
Yeah, Youngblood.
Well, it's actually pronounced a Youngblood.
And blood like B-L.
Blood money,
Yeah.
like 50 cents game.
Ooh,
blood in the sand.
Yeah.
Got it. No, yeah, so I'm playing that. Well, when I say I'm playing that, I've literally played the first mission, which took me about 45 minutes to an hour. But before we got into that, so you haven't actually opened the menu, done anything in that game yourself?
No, but the level I played at E3 was the one you played.
Okay, but before I could get into the level, you get taken. So the game's got the main menu, and all it has is it's like host game, quick play, and join game. Okay.
Oh right, yeah, because it's co-op.
So it's co-op, but then I'm like, okay, I want to just play alone. Okay, but I couldn't get into the game unless I had created a Bethesda account.
Oh my!
Which was very frustrating because I think I had one. No, yeah, I had one, but I couldn't remember my password. I was like, can I not just skip this? I want to play offline.
This is essentially what they put into the classic Doom ones on Switch as well.
Oh, really?
But you can skip those. But yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I was doing something wrong, but every menu I got to, it's like, nope, you got to sign in. It's like, okay, I want a quick game. Nope, you got to sign in. Okay, I'll host a game. Nope, you got to sign in. I was like, okay.
That's weird. Like, I don't mind when they prompt, like in Tomb Raider, you're prompted to make a Square Enix
to sign
account.
in, yeah.
It's like, no.
So, but if you want to, what I'm getting at is if you want to play alone, the menu is not very intuitive. You have to do a bit of digging to be like, okay. So what I ended up doing is I hosted a game.
Okay.
And then it was something, there was like a
Just
menu
like made
there.
it private
Like,
or what?
yeah. So it was like, do you want a public server? Do you want a friends only server or a private server? I was like, well,
okay.
clearly a private server so I can play alone.
Okay.
So it was a bit of hoop jumping. But yeah, then I got into the game and it's exact level you played at E3.
Yes.
Which is, so to set the scene, I don't know how to say the main character's name. It's BK blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Has gone missing.
Okay.
It's set in the 80s.
Okay.
But he obviously he killed Hitler in the games. If you don't know,
yeah.
if you don't know Wolfenstein lore, this is the
Spoiler.
dude who's just taken on Nazis in World War II, like an alternate reality World War II.
I definitely hope so.
Yeah, where there are like super soldiers and bizarre weapons.
Robotic dogs.
He's iconic, and he's got 2 daughters, and he goes missing. And the whole
What are
premise
their names again?
I have no idea.
I think the one's Sophie.
I'm not deep into the game enough yet where I know the names. I'm just like, you're a blonde chick and dark hair chick.
Okay, cool.
And I don't
badasses.
know. They're just badasses. So he goes missing, and that's the premise. He's missing. Your daughters are like, hey, where's Dad gone? Let's find him. And yeah, you end up on the first mission on a blimp for some reason, killing people. And yeah, it's a wild game. It's very action packed, but the tone is so weird because I know they're going for the whole cheesy, like I suppose 80s action or just over the top action.
Yeah,
but when you know this, when you land on the Zeppelin, they've had all this training, both the girls, because you never know when Nazis going to come back and World War III, whatever's going to break out. But they land on the Zeppelin, they've never killed a person ever. So they're busy like talking, they're a bit nervous because obviously killing a person's not a mild thing. But fast forward 10 seconds, they kill a person and they throw up everywhere. But then they're laughing like, that was awesome. So like, well, that's weird.
Don't they like comment on how the dude's head exploded or some
the
shit
dude,
like
yeah.
that?
So the one sister like basically stabs him with I don't know, like long pointy
knife.
thing, whatever. No, it's not a knife. It's like looks like a shovel, but it's not a shovel. It's like that sort of style.
Okay.
And then the other sister shoots his head and it explodes. And they like, that was awesome. And that's basically the tone for the game.
And then they just start vomiting, and they're like, "Cool, now we can kill." lots of
and
people.
all of a sudden, like, we're fine with this now. We are killing machines, and
This is Tomb Raider all over again.
and it's basically Tomb Raider where Lara's like, "Oh my god!" Like you spend 10 minutes dealing with, "Oh my god!" Like I just took someone's life, and then fast forward,
fucking
Jesus,
murder
killing
like 1,000
machine,
people, yeah.
whatever. The tone. That's the tone they're going for, and I can appreciate it. But it just feels a bit off. Like I don't know
Maybe
if
a
it's
bit
just
too campy.
maybe
or...
maybe it's too campy, or maybe it's something that's a bit dated by today's
Okay.
standards. I don't know, but
It's very different from the other Wolfensteins because they were more like character introspective, like narratives that were very deep and meaningful.
Yeah,
and they had their fun, goofy bits.
no, I think
but,
they're fun. But this is really, we had to find Dad. Let's just kill everything inside.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm basing this off the first mission.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm not deep into the game. But narrative aside, the shooting's fun. Like it puts you in the thick of action. You've got a bunch of weapons off the get-go, and the shooting feels good, and it is a lot of fun. Although it's like I said, it's still early days. AR, I think, is a little bit meh. Like
That's what I wanted to know. Like if you're playing alone. how's the
I
AR?
know. So your AR companion's fine, I guess.
Okay.
Like I've had to revive them a couple of times.
Okay. Did they revive you?
No, because the one time I did go down, they were down as well.
Mother.
But they've got this system in the game called shared lives,
Okay.
which is basically if both of you go down, you have this. It's suppose like lives in a traditional Mario game, for example,
Okay.
where it'll take one of those lives and respawn you.
Okay.
In a sense,
That's if you
ac-
both die.
If you no, actually, I figured out yesterday. So we both went down, and you can choose to bleed out.
Oh, and then it
Okay.
takes a life.
And then it takes a life. And
but
I
it's
think you
from
can,
a shared pool.
it's from a shared pool. I think you can have 3 at a time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so for example, if you both go down, one person, if you were playing co-op, one person might be like, "Okay, don't revive. I'm going to take a shared life. I'll come get you up, whatever."
Okay.
But it happened yesterday where we both went down. I used the shared life. I couldn't get to my AR friend in time. They used the shared life. But it's just it's a clever way, I guess. It doesn't
So
make
if
any sense.
you both
but
go down and then you both have to come back alive, does that take like 2 lives?
It'll take 2 lives as far as I know.
Interesting. And then so what happens in the case of like you both go down? There's only 1 life. Does only one
I'm
of you
assuming
come back?
one of you will come back and have to. I think. I mean, that hasn't happened to me yet. So I've only played 45 minutes.
How do you
so
get more lives?
You find them as you play the
do you
game.
find them?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
collectibles.
there are tons of collectibles in the game, and there's a currency. You find a lot of money as you play. You'll find shared lives in boxes, and
As one does.
As one does, you open up a box and shared lives and coins and ammo and
I love finding
whatnot.
shared lives in my happy meal from McDonald's.
But look, it's oh wow, do they give those at McDonald's?
Hell yeah.
I want my Happy Meal with the shared life toy.
We don't have shared life. We only have shared consciousness
Oh,
this
no.
week. I don't know.
Mom. But so you like I said, you pick up currency, and that basically goes to upgrading all your weapons. And remember, you and I, we had this concern with Rage where there was a lot going on with upgrades, a lot of different systems.
Yeah, like all these skill trees that felt like they weren't
I
affecting
feel
the game.
like I wouldn't say this doesn't affect the game, but it feels like there's a lot of that here as well.
Okay.
So weapons have a whole list. Each weapon has a whole list of upgrades. You can like have an extended mag, put a sight on it, have better grip, do more damage, that sort of thing.
It's like an RPG almost.
Yeah, so that you use your money to pay for those upgrades on the fly, which is cool. So you pick up money, you think, shit, I love this weapon, I want a bigger clip, whatever it is, I can buy this upgrade right now. But then at the same time, you're also earning experience from killing people. And that you use to level up another skill. Well, there are actually like I think there's 4 to 6 different skill trees.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's quite I was going through them and I was like, it just reminded me so much of Rage where there's just so much going on.
Yeah.
But the upgrades make sense. It's like you have, I can't remember what they're called. It's like mind something's like endurance something.
So they're like broken out.
Yeah,
into
they're
tiers.
broken out. And
Okay.
then the one mind, for example, it's like if you put one skill point here, you'll boost your health from 100 to 125. that sort of
All right,
thing.
because there's no regen health.
There's no
Yeah,
regen
it's
health.
Wolfenstein,
Yeah,
so
you can boost your armor from 100 to 125. You can
Okay.
give yourself a dash ability. You like, there's a whole lot of like. It's cool. Don't get me wrong, but at the moment, I'm like, shit. There's a lot going on here. Given that I have to now sit and decide which weapons I want to put my money into, and then where I want to put my skill points into.
Okay.
But yeah, it's still early days, and look, I'm enjoying the shooting. I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna see how it goes.
Did you get to explore? Because as far as I read, sorry, I got something
You just coughed up a
got
furball.
something on my tongue. You explore like this central hub in Paris.
I think
between
I'm
missions,
just
yeah.
about there now. So we're basically, spoiler, you get off the blimp and you end up
Do you blow
sort
up
of
the blimp?
I could tell you that, but yes, you do. But then you back in. So I think this is based in France, if I'm not mistaken. You blow up the blimp, and then you've sort of hooked up with the resistance.
Okay.
And where I left off is I'm on my way to meet up with them again. So I'm fighting through France, but I imagine when I get there is that central hub with missions and stuff.
I
At the
know,
moment, it's just a linear.
I know Dishonored's developers Arcane.
They're involved in it,
and like Dishonored has hubs exactly how this works.
I think it'll be very similar. Because the reason I can actually tell you I know that because like I was moaning about getting into a game initially. The first game I joined, it was something like I joined Quick Game or something, and then it just plonked me in. It was a hub.
Oh,
I was like, okay, like there's no opening cinematic. I don't have weapons.
So you just joined some other dude's match.
So I just quit out. Yeah, that was like that was very weird. That's why I was like, no, I have to play offline so I can actually play at my own pace.
I wonder if they do the thing. I hope they fix this because there's been co-op games in the past, even in the year of our Lord 2019, where you can play with a co-op partner and your partner doesn't have their progress saved, so that when they start single player, they have to like restart.
I have no idea.
So I wonder.
We must hook up and try it out.
Yeah, we should give it a go because I have read that the game is better when you're playing with someone else. Which unsurprising.
I mean, yeah. Look, I can 100% understand it because look, it's a fun shooter. At the moment, I'm doing it by myself with my AR companion who's just there to run and gun with me.
The past two Wolfensteins have been good games.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
This one's also much cheaper.
Yeah, well, it's
like
and
$400.
It's $400, and it's got. I don't quite understand it, but there's a buddy system.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how this works. So I know one person can. Okay, let's look it up.
I think one person can buy the game, and then you buy like a deluxe edition, I guess. You have the base game, and you have the ability to invite a friend to play with you or something like that. So I don't think my understanding is that one person can play whenever the hell they want because they own the game, but a friend can't sit and play exclusively. They have to only play when the other friend invites them.
So it's
but I could be wrong.
So it's called the Buddy Pass system.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get into Bethesda's website without logging in. That's the real test. Why is my internet so slow?
I had to log in to reset my password yesterday. I was so mad.
God.
And don't you hate it when you make a password and you've like I've got a bunch that I cycle between. I alternate.
Same.
But then some passwords they require it's like this password needs a special character and an exclamation and uppercase and digits. I'm like, and I have to make a whole different password that I've never thought of before.
So you get two editions. You get the standard edition, which is $30, and then you get the deluxe edition, which is
$40. Yeah,
and you need so the standard edition is only a digital download. So if you're buying it physical, you're getting the deluxe edition anyway.
Oh, okay.
So the deluxe edition of the game grants you the Buddy Pass. The Buddy Pass allows you to invite a friend who hasn't purchased Wolfenstein Youngblood to play through the entire game with you for free. How many friends can I invite with the Buddy Pass system? You can only play with one friend at a time, but you can use the Buddy Pass to invite as many friends as you want.
Okay.
Buddy Pass players will progress normally and can experience the entire game while they are playing co-op alongside you. Buddy Pass players can upgrade at any time to play the game solo or join co-op games with other players. Buddy Pass players will not receive achievements or trophies on the console.
Oh no.
So basically it's like you can play with someone,
Yeah.
but they're not getting trophies or whatever, and they don't really own the game. They can only play when you're playing, which is a good incentive.
That's quite cool, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
if you know, if you've got someone in mind that you know you're going to play this game with from A to Z,
yeah,
that's the
exactly.
perfect
Yeah,
system,
I mean,
so.
it's like game sharing in a more formal sense that way. Yeah, I think that's a cool system, and I think more co-op games can. I think
They can benefit from that.
What is that game? Get Out.
It had the same
Get Out
sort
had the
of
same
idea.
thing. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a game I still want to play.
Yeah, as campy
not,
and
not
bad.
Get Out. Isn't it A Way Out?
A Way Out.
A Way
Sorry,
Out, yeah.
I'm thinking of the horror movie by Jordan Peele.
Get Out.
Yes. Yeah, A Way Out. My
Like
bad.
there was a horror movie tie-in, a horror game tie-in. Oh my god!
Get Out is a fantastic movie.
I still haven't seen it.
Oh, it's so good.
Did you wet your pants when you watched it? A
It
little.
wasn't as scary. It was more like, oh my god, this is fucked.
Oh
up.
my
Like,
God.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, A Way Out did that. I also want to play, even though I've heard it's not fantastic. I just kind of.
I think it'll be just fun co-op.
Fun,
like
yeah.
Prison Break, the co-op game.
Exactly. Like there's a segment where I have to read tattoos off your body.
Oh my god! What? It sounds just like the show.
Yeah.
And then
There was a Prison Break video game.
There was. I never played it.
Yeah. There's also been a Saw video game, which I kind of want to know. Whoa,
Windows
my
is
PC,
like,
my PC wants to upgrade. No, fuck off. Go away.
Imagine it's like, oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll just carry on recording after that.
Yeah, guess we're back from Checkpoint Chat
Oh,
after
nice.
Windows 10 decided to surprise
We're on Windows
update.
11 now.
Yeah,
How did this
exactly.
happen?
Downloaded some more RAM.
Oh, no. Whoa, that's a thing.
It's a very
Some VRAM.
special upgrade.
Oh, nice. Some VRAM. I mean, it's virtual, so
That's
you
the
can.
cyberpunk future we're living in. We
Oh,
download
boy.
hardware
Oh God, can you
into
imagine?
our brains.
I print my hardware. I know what you're talking about.
We 3D printed ourselves.
What? Are you
3D
not
print
real?
us semiconductors. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Okay.
That dude from Blade Runner died this week.
Who?
The actor, he was the replicant, the main bad, quote unquote bad guy. Because man, that movie's deep.
I had no idea. I remember reading, but I was like, who is that?
He's
So-
from Blade Runner.
Rip.
Pretty cool, yeah.
Oh, that's sad though.
What's weird is that he died in the
I know.
same year as his character in Blade Runner.
Oh wow,
is
that is so
so
weird. When shit
wild,
like that
yeah.
happens, and like that was planned somehow.
What a great publicity stunt.
Oh my god, he planned it.
Good lord.
It's like I'm gonna die in 2019. Make sure it happens.
Yeah, this is the best marketing for the cyberpunk movie
no.
ever.
Shit, turns out CD Projekt Red had some hand in like a big publicity.
Holy shit.
Okay, let's take our
Another
tinfoil
morbid
hats off.
news. Yeah.
Morbid news, I know.
You've been playing anything else?
I've been playing Counter-Strike, but I
Jesus
don't know if
Christ.
you want me to talk about that.
You've been AWPing?
I have a story.
Yes, okay. Lay it on me.
So we all know last week was it last week or the week before I spoke about Dota?
I think it was last week. Who knows? It feels like an eternity ago already.
It does. Wow. Time's flying. Again, I remember I told you that everyone's giving me stick. You included. Like,
Oh, hell yeah.
Does Lenska know you're playing Dota? God
Terrible.
forbid.
Yeah.
Don't go back to your addiction. Like we're concerned about you, you know?
I'm concerned about you.
Okay, so I was like, guys, just leave me alone. I know I'm not addicted. It's fine. I'm just playing it for the fun of it. Okay, then I rock up at work on Wednesday. I walk in, we make coffee. At the coffee machine, I turn to my colleagues and in all honesty, I'm like, guys, I have a problem. Like, I have a real problem.
So it took you 2 days.
And they're like, no. And like, I have a real problem. Like, what? I said, I think I'm addicted to Counter-Strike
Oh,
again.
fuck's sake.
And they're like, oh, that's fine. As long as it's not Dota.
No!
I'm like, no, what's wrong with you?
It's the same thing.
I need an intervention. Stop me.
I need to stop AWPing people.
Oh my God. I'm hooked on Counter-Strike.
Oh my
like
God.
proper. The Dota I played, I'm like, yeah, that's fun. Counter-Strike, I'm reliving my glory days of Source where
You just headshotting people from miles away.
I dived into the game thinking like, shit, I haven't played this for long, but I'm killing people, I'm topping leaderboards, and I'm like, I still have it. You know? reliving
Latent ability just coming back.
my good days.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I've played a bunch of competitive games, and I've honestly been enjoying it because there's no other shooter like Counter-Strike. I mean, Call of Duties and Battlefields, they are fun, and I really do enjoy them for what they are, but there's no... Oh, I suppose Rainbow Six Siege, which I haven't played, is the modern day...
that's like the modern day
It's the modern day Counter-Strike,
right
so I
now,
can't say
yeah.
there's nothing like Counter-Strike, but Counter-Strike's just got... It's the OG for me because, I mean, I've been playing since 1.6.
And it's some fucking bullshit how those
Yeah, look,
weapons
the
work.
weapons are weird, but if you take the weapons aside, the strategy behind Counter-Strike I really enjoy. If you play competitive 5v5, it's the whole thing of we're playing terrorists. We need to choose which bomb site we're rushing. Okay, we're rushing this site. So don't forget to smoke off that area. Or like we've planted the bomb. You know, you have to really think and play mind games with the enemy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So it's like, okay, we're rushing B. They think we're here, but let's rotate. But now they've probably rotated, so let's double back. There's a whole lot of thinking that goes into it. Yeah, which I really enjoy because then, I mean, shooting obviously counts for something, but you get a bigger advantage from being smart about how you play. And I really did miss it, and I'm enjoying it. So
it's some wild Twitch shooting.
It is,
like,
yeah.
Holy crap!
It really is. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. The shooting will take you very far, but at the end of the day, strategy plays a big part.
The skill level you need to compete is like crazy.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not playing in any internationals anytime.
Oh
soon.
no, not yet.
But I was chuffed and like, I haven't played for so long, and I'm still getting some really cool kills.
Are you getting some good knife skins?
No, although it's so weird. There's something in the game now where I don't know when's the last Counter-Strike you ever played.
Well, I played CS:GO, but I haven't played in a long time.
So if you play competitive, there's a thing of, I suppose, like play the game in Overwatch where not in terms of replay, but you get MVP of the round. Where if you got 3 kills, you know that you're the MVP of the round.
Okay.
And you get a little star next to your name. There are music packs now that plays a tune if you're MVP, and it's some of the most weird stuff. Like, I'm actually find something and clip it just to show you.
I need to get that Final Fantasy VII battle end music.
Yeah, okay, but no. So one of the tunes is a Hotline Miami track.
Oh, what?
I was like, this is from Hotline Miami.
That's pretty cool.
But it's literally like a 5 to 10 second soundbite. I'm like, well, it's cool. But the reason I mentioned is because you're like, oh, do you have a knife skin or whatever? Like, have you been getting those?
No, I got a music pack for my MVP.
No, so there was one music pack that played, and people were like, oh, that's a very rare music pack. I'm like, in what league? Like, that's going to cost you about $500.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, that's kind of shocks.
You just record your own, be like, hey guys, I don't have a music pack, and you just play sound like through your fucking microphone.
MVP, that'd be awesome. But there are tons, and some of them it's like just these disco tracks or these like,
oh my god,
I don't know, EDM tracks. I'm like, this is so weird. Like, there's this
10-second Skrillex bite.
No, but there's this tense moment where you're like, oh, is he going to get the bomb? Oh my god, he defused the bomb. Oh, he's MVP. And it's like, doops, doops, doops. It's like, okay, that's weird,
is
guys.
it between rounds?
Yeah, no. So, yeah. So when you get MVP, every round is an MVP.
Oh, dear God. Okay. I thought it was like at the end of a whole match.
So, no. So if like all 10 players have a music pack, you're going to hear a different tune every round. But it's like, I was like,
horrible.
But
put the most obnoxious dubstep in there. Like,
the thing is, it's not like you can't choose your track. It's existing.
Lame.
Pre-packaged.
I'll pre-package my own and sell it for $500.
Well, Hotline Miami, the Devolver must have had a partnership or something with Valve. Like, yeah, you can use that soundbite.
Should get a soundbite from Portal, from GLaDOS being like,
I would not be surprised. Like, maybe it exists and I haven't heard it.
Well, there's a GLaDOS announcer pack for Dota, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And your sentries are then like turrets, which is cute.
They're so adorable.
Yeah, they're so adorable.
I think I had that, but then I sold it when I put my Dota addiction behind
I'm pretty sure like it's like GLaDOS like giving you shit for playing badly. It's like, you died again.
You died. Please uninstall the game.
Yeah. Please uninstall, yeah.
Okay, but
you're going to put your sentry there, really?
Really? This is a cry for help. Stop me from playing Counter-Strike.
This is a cry for help.
Help. I need an intervention.
Before you get addicted to like, hey, Lenska, I'm just going to buy this soundbite.
No. I draw the line there. I'm like, no, that's fine.
Yeah, you're pretty good at that. I won't lie.
I'll try.
Your microtransactions aversion is pretty strong.
No, you say that. When I was big into Dota, I bought stuff. Like, I had no scarf.
But didn't you sell a lot of it off?
I ended up selling. I made I made, inverted commas, $1,500. Which inevitably just went back into Steam games. So I was like, I lost a bit of money on cosmetics, but
fucking racket.
Meh. Whatever.
Crazy.
Well, that's my week in gaming. Oh yeah, and I played a bit of Spider-Man, but more on that next week.
Yeah, I got whereabouts?
I'm still early days. I've just been photo moding and just clearing areas. Whenever I unlock, I've moved. So if there's a main mission in an area that I haven't explored, I'll check off everything there. So I don't, like I've said, I don't have this grind when I'm done with the game.
Have you done the Halloween party yet?
I have not done the Halloween party yet. I know. I'll see Greg Miller there.
Yeah, you will.
Because that's where he pops
shirtless
up,
Spider-Man,
right? I mean, shirtless Spider-Man, not Greg Miller. No, I'm not far in terms of story, but I've put a lot of hours into that game already, just from doing random side shit.
It's a really good game.
I've met Miles' father. Miles.
Oh wow,
Miles
you
Morales.
really aren't far in the game.
I'm not
Like,
far
not
at all. And then there was you know what? I've actually I've done that helicopter bit where on the construction site you chase it. I've done
that's the first really big.
That's the last thing I did. But at E3 they changed it because I think in the helicopter you meet Mr. Negative.
Yes.
And
it's not him.
Yeah, I was like, I'm finally going to meet him. And some random dude like, that's weird. And then
welcome to the magic of E3 demos.
E3.
Where everything nothing stays the same.
Everything is smoke and mirrors to make you spend money on games. Okay, that's not entirely true, but it's half true.
Paddle game.
Whoa.
That shit was so dumb. Fuck, I hated everything about that.
Yeah.
I have been playing Sky. More Sky from That Game Company.
Which one?
That game. This is the second week in a row using this joke every time. Oh my God. I chatted about it a bit last week. It's like the closest thing to a Journey sequel.
You've dived
ever.
in and spent more time with it.
I played that game like.
How many hours did you played?
I don't know how many in total, but I've finished it and I've been jumping back in again. So this structure of the game is like completely different to anything That Game Company has ever done. So it's like completely playable alone the first time around. There's nothing that gates you from just playing it through like a emotional adventure game and seeing it to the end. But the whole idea after that is to like make more connections with other players and go back into the areas that you've been in and find more spirits, which are like spirits are the form of progression in the game. Because you played a little bit. You free spirits and it gets added to the constellation for that area. Yeah. And you unlock an emote or something.
You hold a candle.
Yeah, you hold a candle. Yeah, you light them on fire.
You burn them.
But the whole idea is to kind of make all these connections and pick up like these spirits because at the end, the very end of the game, you kind of sacrifice all of your accumulated wings. The wings are the things that give you flight power. So you sacrifice all of them, and based on how much you sacrifice, you get this special candle because the money is like different types of candles. And that gives you like a permanent upgrade to your flight. So I think the idea is to play like many times and like give up more and more wings by the end so that you continually upgrade. And I'm not sure what the purpose is to get, like, do you eventually top out or max out or whatever? Like, I don't know how many times you need to play. Yeah. But I've been enjoying my time just like logging in for a day.
Just for one day.
Just for a whole day. Logging in during my commute, and like the music is really soothing and moving around the world is really meditative. I find backtracking isn't as fun because like, it's like I've played Journey like 3 times, and each time it's been special, but I don't go and like...
You just move forward.
Yeah, you just go, you experience it, whatever. Now when I'm backtracking, it's like I'm breaking the natural flow of the movement to go and poke around to try and see if there's anything I've missed. So you kind of... It like destroys the pace a little bit. And in that regard, it's not as fun. But it's still... It's just really calming to go around and kind of move around and fly. Like the flight in that game feels so good.
Those games are actual therapy.
Jeez, it's just like swooping down and into clouds and moving. Even with the like the virtual joysticks on the phone, it just feels so good. And I think in terms of multiplayer, it's like really clever. Like so you can buy candles with real money. Right.
Actual money.
Yeah, and those candles can be used to upgrade your relationship with other players. So, like, you spend candles to unlock more emotes on like a friendship tree with them. So you can unlock an emote to hug someone, or you can. My favorite is like holding someone's hand because it forms this like chain.
Oh yeah.
You can form this chain
with
of players.
Multiples of you.
And then one player is essentially guiding everyone else.
Shit,
that's really cool. Very, very cool. And then you spend candles also on the spirits that you save to unlock additional emotes and upgrade the ones you have. But there's also cosmetics, like different cloaks, different hairstyles, whatever. You can't buy a resource to get those. What I find fascinating is the only way to get that resource that's hearts, that unlocks cosmetics, is from other players. So you have to package 3 candles and send it to another player as a heart. So the only way to receive hearts yourself is to get them from other players. Or you can unlock like a very small amount using candles, but it's like nowhere near as many as you need. And I find that so fascinating that like the central microtransaction to the game isn't actually the thing you spend money on to get cosmetics.
It's encouraging people to.
It's encouraging you to make friends because you can spend 200-300 rand on candles, but if you don't make connections with other players, you'll never get those cosmetics.
You'll never get that golden set of wings.
Exactly. It's so interesting, and I'm finding that I'm logging on and sending gifts to random players I find.
So you don't have like a friends list in the traditional sense.
So you can invite people on your contacts list who play Sky.
But I send it to my entire contact list.
You can do that.
Come fly with me.
Yeah, exactly. But then you can find other players out in the world, and if you offer them a candle, you can create like a friendship connection.
Okay.
And what's weird is that it asks you to name this person. It doesn't give you their name. So it sticks with the ambiguous.
Well,
like,
Phyllis, give me a candle.
yeah, I've got Jim and Sam at the moment. And then you can always see where they are in the game. So if they're playing, you can join them, whatever. But it's just so... It's so nice because I always find players in the world, and like if I see someone struggling, like there's a forest level where it's always raining, and if you're in the rain, you slowly start losing.
There's rain. No.
You slowly start losing light, and if it completely extinguishes, you like start losing your wings.
Oh shit!
Permanently. So if I see a player struggling, I'll run up to them and hold out my candle, and they can light their candle on mine, and they replenish. Yeah,
okay, that's cool.
It's such a cooperative, interesting.
But that's the thing with. So I mean, I'm not that far in the game as you are, but I think that game company are really good at making these, like, I don't know, unexplained bonds. Yeah, like you can't, like with Journey. The only way I can contextualize it is how we've spoken about it, where. Or in my experience, I played Journey and I had a friend with me the whole level. And then inexplicably at the end, he wasn't there.
Yeah.
And I just waited. I was like, where's this guy?
And it's heartbreaking.
Where
it's
are
horrible.
you? Like, come on, I'm waiting for you. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's some random person on the internet who I don't know their name, where they're from. But
There's no like gamer tag above their head.
There's
or
just this
whatever.
weird bond, like, well, we climbed this tower together and now I want to finish it with you, but where are you? So I can completely understand them having this, like, weird friendship bond thing, but it's no text, no like.
It feels like
names,
they took the idea of Journey and just expanded on it because like
it's on mobile. There's like a bigger player, well, not a bigger player base, but the game's built more for that sort of thing.
And I think they watched the behavior of players in Journey because there was this time, and I think it still happens, where if you collected all the pieces of the scarves in Journey, you turned into a white, which you had unlimited flight power, and a lot of people dive back into Journey just to help new players as this white robe figure, because like they could help them through areas they're struggling with or whatever. And it was like this real camaraderie that was born out of this completely random collectible hunt. So I think they looked at that and were like, Sky is essentially that
on
in
a bigger
game.
level,
Like it embodies that completely.
I'd love to be the person who looks at the data.
Can
you imagine just like even just from Journey, like a person would often wait 5 minutes on average at the end of a level to see if their friend would catch up.
Yeah.
Like random numbers like that. People always paired up, 5% of people played the game from beginning to end with the same comrade. Like
There's
as an
a trophy
example.
for that, yeah.
Oh, really?
If you play the game from start to finish with the same person.
I'd love to see those sort of numbers. And now with Sky, I mean, it sounds like they've sort of gone bigger on it, and they've really weaved it into the fabric of the game. So that's pretty cool.
To me, it blows my mind because like the first few days, I was like, of course, there are going to be lots of players, whatever. But I'm playing. I've been playing every day for over a week now. Still tons of players.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, at the Journey, you can play it now. You'll find
players. Yeah,
companions.
It's phenomenal. There's some objectives in Sky, like some I don't want to say quests, but like some spirits require a lot of cooperative play. Like you need like 8 players standing in a circle all lighting this thing at once, and that can be a bit chaotic to try and organize when all you can do is communicate in pings. Yeah. So you just like send sound pings, and it's like, what is going on here?
Morse code. Hey,
Yeah. The only
come
way
here.
you can directly communicate with players is if you're a friend, then you can send messages. But
Pick
if
up
you,
a phone. Hey,
Yeah,
come
exactly.
stand here.
Or if you're on a bench, if you
Okay.
sit on a bench and another place sits on the bench, you can send messages across one another, which is fascinating. Yeah. There was also this interesting thing I came across the other day for the first time where it's these meditative stones, but it's like, it's almost like fourth wall breaking, where you sit down and it'll be like, think about your favorite scent. And it will just sit there for like 30 seconds, playing this rousing music. And I'm like thinking about it.
Then your commute, you're like, my favorite scent.
And then at the end, it's like, what is your favorite scent? And you can leave a message there for other players. It's like this is only a game that game company can pull
That reminds me a bit of
Dark Souls
and
almost.
Bloodborne, leaving notes. I was actually going to say that game's very similar in that regard, where, I mean, Bloodborne came out 4 years ago. And today you can still ring a bell, and chances are you'll have someone come help you fight a boss, or
there are people
whatever.
playing just to help people.
When you're playing, you'll see the ghosts of other players running around. There are
messages from other players, like saying "trap ahead" or whatever. Yeah. Sky is like that. Essentially, it's like you can leave messages for other players at certain points, and like in the forest that I was talking about earlier, like someone left a message just saying "stay dry," and I was like, "That's useful." Yeah,
you're like,
cool.
okay.
Yeah.
You go sit on a bench, you get someone to sit next to you, and you write a message. You're like, what you up to?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
ASL.
I had to, one of my daily quests, because you get daily quests as well, was to chat with another player on a bench.
Do you get candles as a reward? Or
you get light. And so light is like a resource, and when you've accumulated enough light, you convert it into a candle.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's like seasons, so I can buy a pass for like 150
Yeah,
bucks
I was going to ask, well, like, I wonder what their plan is for content, because there are microtransactions now, but I wonder if they'll add levels, or like, what's their plan?
All I can see now from the pass, pass that lasts for like 40 days, is it adds a new constellation, some more spirits for you to find, some more emotes to unlock, and it adds another resource, this like seasonal candle, which you can use to buy cosmetics that will only be around for that season.
Over Christmas, that's going to be a festive candle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just going to be red, white.
Buy this to unlock your Santa hat. Santa wings.
A beard.
Oh, no.
A Santa beard. Yes, I'd do that.
Oh, that's cool. That's
it's interesting.
A game like this really fascinates, because Journey was the same thing, where it honestly felt like it wasn't a social experiment, but it was a thing of, here's this beautiful game. Let's see how people pair up with each other, how they deal with each other, and
it's like an experiment.
Do they cooperate? Let's just see what it's like. And turns out people, like we said, I wait to the gate, you play alongside someone. This just feels like you can do that with.
It's on a bigger
scale. How many people
Yeah.
have you seen on screen at one time? Like, how big is the...
so many. Like at least about 10 or 12.
Okay, so it's not like hundreds, but there are
No,
more
it's not like you get to a hub world and you suddenly can't move. I think it
you're
definitely
playing World of
segments
Warcraft.
it. But it definitely a lot. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Like I said, the one puzzle required 8 people. So, and I think it does well to pair people. Like if you're in that area, it's going to like open up the gates a bit more to people in that area. Yeah, it's really good. It's therapeutic. I think if anything, it's free on. It's early on iPhones now and iPads, but it is coming to other platforms. But like, it's free, and even if you're like not super into the idea of replaying it, you can play the entire thing from start to finish, which is like a good 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like it's long. It's longer than Journey.
Oh wow.
And it's gorgeous and beautiful, and the music's amazing, and you can play that.
That's cool.
And be done with it if you really want to.
Yeah.
But I think it's doing it, like, at the end, I was like, yeah, I feel like I've seen what I needed to in this game, but really engaging with its, like, friendship experimentation is super fascinating.
But I think, knowing that you've played Journey 3 times now, did you play it on PC again now?
I haven't yet, no.
Oh, okay.
No, I've actually only played it twice.
Yeah. I think you
played
want to play it.
On PS3 when it came out, then when it came out on PS4, I played it again. So I want to play it on PC.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you're gonna play you'll play Journey. You've played Journey multiple times. I think when Sky comes to console, you'll probably be one of the people
I'll
who
probably play it again. Yeah.
dives in like, how's it different? I don't think it'll be too different, but it'll be interesting to see how I don't know how the game works on console and how
I'm just I'm just a bit bummed because it's exactly the thing. It's the reason why I don't play Journey often. It's like you finish that game and it feels like a complete experience, and you don't want to sully that by like overdoing it. And
It's like,
Sky ties that into its progression, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah. No, well, I'm curious to see what because it's a I don't know, games as a service, dare I say. So I wonder what they'll add to like, hey, here's new constellations. Like, what will they do to keep players engaging other than, backtracking to get candles, that sort of thing.
I just really like the fact that like its central loop of like gaining cosmetics is friendship.
It's friendship.
It's so fascinating.
Someone sat down in a boardroom, like, by the power of friendship, and everyone's like, that's so naff.
Yeah.
Like, look, hear me out.
EA looking at that like, the fuck is this nonsense?
What is going on?
It's not in a surprise package.
Oh
What?
my god. Sky. What else have you been playing?
I've been playing Hyperlight Drifter, but we're running out of time.
Okay, do you want to save that for next week?
Hyperlight Drifter is like Zelda
How long
and
have you
Fury
combined. That sounds perfect.
Yeah,
it's funny
very
because when I started streaming, I mean, I played Bloodborne, I played Sekiro, and there were times where, like, I've got an idea now of what I'm always going to play on stream. I have a backlog of games. I've got something to choose from. But there was a time when I was like, I finished this game. I have no idea what to play. And
Hyperlight Drifter
and Carrick on Twitter was like, Hyperlight Drifter. And every time I put out a question, he's like, Hyperlight Drifter. For crying out loud, like, play Hyperlight Drifter. I've told you to play it because I think he knows it's a sort of a game I would enjoy.
Yeah,
you
said
100% it's a game I'd love. Yeah,
it's infuriated me at times because there's like some dungeons where it's like, because you have this like dash ability, and I went through this one dungeon where there were these like blocks like crushing against walls, and I had to navigate past them safely.
Yeah.
Man, fucking some of that shit is just bullshit because the movements of the blocks is random.
Okay.
I just hated it. It just
yeah,
sucked.
laughed.
But,
So there's some
everything
platforming
else,
technically.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sort of. Yeah. There's a lot of. There's a big emphasis on exploration.
Hell yes.
Very good. The boss fight I did yesterday was hard as hell, and it was great when I finished it.
You're like, hell yes.
Yeah. This is 100% your game. Yeah.
When are you going to finish Sekiro? That's one thing I never...
Shit, I need to get back to that.
That's one thing I never covered. I have finished Sekiro, but I'm not going to get into it.
I need to get back to that, yeah. I've just... all the times I've found time to play games now, I'm just like, I'm tired. I don't really want to focus. And then I play Hyperlight Drift, I'm like, fuck, this is the wrong game for that.
Well, what are you playing it on?
Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah. It's on Games Pass,
okay.
if I'm not mistaken. Or I bought it a while ago or something like that. But
yeah.
It would be great on Switch, but like, I'm just like, well, I own it. So.
Yeah, I've got it on my wish list on Switch because... it's a game I'd want to play on Switch.
You need to grab off the Epic Games Store. There's a game called Moonlighter, which I've been dying to play on Switch.
That's what...
But it's free on Epic Games Store now.
I think Greg Miller's been playing that a bunch, and he's been raving about it.
It's like you go into dungeons at night and kill creatures to get loot, and then the loot is actually used in a store that you sell to other adventurers, which is super cool. It's
That's
very cool premise.
Very cool idea,
yeah, I like it. Apparently it's very good, so I'm glad I get to try it out on PC, and maybe I'll buy it on Switch then.
But it's not on Steam.
Oh,
God forbid.
God forbid that you install another
You're inflating your PC with bloatware.
Wow. Fucking should we get to
game releases?
Game's releases.
Yes. It's not how you say it.
Don't tell me how to
Every
say
week
games.
I'm going to correct you.
Games. I don't think there's much this week.
Yeah, game releases and game news. I don't know what actually happened
Game
this
news,
week.
yeah.
Release dates. Every game. Every time we open this article, the header is Resident Evil 2, and I'm like, yeah, what a game.
Oh, man, yeah, what a game. Need to actually...
John Michael's enjoying Resident Evil 2 the most.
Oh, is he playing it now?
Yeah, he hates Mr. X. I'm like, yeah, everyone hates
X
him.
can't give it to you. So we're looking at games from July 27th, my God. To August 2nd, my God.
My God. Isn't Control this week?
July 26th. No, Control's end of August.
It's end of August. Okay.
So we have Mutant Year Zero, Road to Eden. So that's like that XCOM game with the weird mutated
with
creatures.
Ducks.
Yeah, it's coming to Switch
something.
this week.
Oh, that's
cool.
Nice.
Oxygen Not Included, official launch. I swear I've heard of this game.
I also think I've heard of it.
Forager, which is like Stardew Valley and Zelda put into a game.
No.
It's very good, apparently. It's coming to PS4 and Switch.
Oh boy.
which sounds awesome.
Blackout Club.
The Blackout Club. I don't know what that is.
Damn.
That sounds cool.
Oh.
Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor Prophecy. Jesus.
That
Warhammer 40,000 : Inquisitor dash
I think
Prophecy.
I mean, don't quote me
That's
this one.
Diablo-like, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that isn't it like an expansion maybe or DLC?
Might be. Let's see.
Because 40,000 Inquisitor I think is its own game, and then now there's something I don't know. Yeah, you can't just search for Warhammer 40,000.
Oh yeah, you see. So we have Inquisitor Martyr, and this one's Inquisitor. Yeah, so Martyr came out last year.
And then this is something else.
This is Prophecy. So I guess
it must be an expansion or a sequel or something. Martyr.
Is
it the Diablo one or is it the first-person co-op shooter?
It's either the Diablo one or the one that is like they are billions. Okay, this looks like a lot of ship.
Oh my god.
I don't know what this
wait,
is.
there we go. What is this?
Martyr's an action RPG. Yeah, it's Diablo. Okay. There we go.
Should just read the product box.
Yeah. So that's coming out. The Executioner on July 31st on PC.
Damn.
Do you like killing things? You're an executioner. Boom.
Bam.
London Detective Mysteria. I thought it was Hysteria. But Mysteria.
It's mass hysteria. But it's not. It's mysterious. It's all like, what's going on?
Suspicious. Detectiveness.
Oh. Pikachu.
Making up words here.
Oh.
Luca? Lucha?
I think that's
Luca.
Luca.
Born of a Dream. Coming to Switch.
Speaking of Luca, hey Luca. We need wings.
We need wangs.
Wangs. We need wangs. No, we don't.
Chicken wangs.
Oh, my.
Saboteur 2. So I don't know what this, because every time I see the name of this, I think of that EA one, which was really good.
Maybe it had a sequel that we just didn't know about.
Saboteur 2. It's a board game? No, this can't be right.
Is a mining themed.
Avenging Angel Holding. Mining themed. What?
No, so I was looking at the board game. Yeah, the mining themed card game. Okay, let's see what the Steam game is.
Avenging Angel.
That does not sound like a mining themed.
What the fuck is this?
It's an action adventure game created by Clive Townsend. Oh no, reloading. What?
No, but this looks really old. Is it like a re-release?
Maybe it's
of
a
really
re-release.
old game? Yeah, it is. From 1987, which was originally released on MS-DOS, Commodore 64, and the ZX Spectrum.
Okay.
Cool. You can see we are very...
we millennials?
Yeah. Saboteur 2 was one of the first action-adventure games to feature a female protagonist and was well received by critics, according to this Wikipedia article.
Damn.
So
And it came out the year before I was born. So
yeah, it's coming out on Switch, so maybe you should play it.
Oh, well.
Okay, a lot of stuff on August 1st and 2nd. I don't know. Oh, jeez, I don't know any of this stuff. The Black Widow, PC, iOS, and Android.
It's the Avengers spin-off?
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Raiders of the Lost Island coming to Steam Early Access on August 1st. Hamsterdam. I don't know what that is, but that sounds cool.
Hamster.
Do you think it's hamsters just getting high?
Yeah, and rolling around in Amsterdam. In Amsterdam.
Could you imagine being a hamster and getting high and being in like a little hamster ball?
Oh man,
Like
you'll
just-
run for days.
Yeah.
This road never ends. I've been running for 4 hours.
Yeah, it's like I'm never at my destination. It's like, well, duh, yeah.
You wake up and like the sawdust, like, oh. How did I get you?
It must be so cool being on those wheels because you just run, and it's like if you're on the treadmill at gym and you stop running, you fucking die.
I was just gonna say, you say it must be so cool to one of those hamster balls. I'm like, we have those. They're called treadmills.
But if you stop, you just die, and the hamster ball they just like collapse and they go, and then they fall off of it, poof.
And then they die. Yeah.
No, they don't die. It's
I think
pretty cool.
as a small being, a hamster takes less fall damage.
Yes, definitely.
But as a human, if you were in a giant hamster ball and you had to flip and fly, you would hurt yourself.
But it would be so cool, like to just flip like that, and then you just like when you stop, you're like,
it's
you
only
vomit,
you'd actually die. It's not
like
so
a lot of
cool,
fun.
is it?
Oh yeah, this is the big release. Madden NFL 20, boy.
Yeah.
Get involved with your
excited.
football.
Football, soccer.
Okay, I'm making fun of this, but the Madden games are really fun. I don't like watching American football, but I love playing.
I think playing them
Madden
must be
games.
fun, yeah.
They're so much fun.
Madden.
And also that's how I learned how American football worked, was playing the games.
It's all
It's like
about
chess. It's very good. Chess
like
with big
chess.
burly men.
with big angry men that go "Ah," and break and they run into each other. That's
It's
it.
a sport designed around adverts.
It really is.
Because it's
Jeez,
like 15 seconds of play and then an advert. 15 seconds. Fucking hell.
yeah, hell no.
Hell no. That's a weird name for a game. Dry drowning.
What?
That sounds like a euphemism for waterboarding.
Okay, I want you to imagine you're drowning, but it's dry.
Waterboarding.
Water. Oh,
And literally,
waterboarding.
Dear God, that's
Oh
terrible.
no!
The Church in the Darkness.
Wow.
Coming to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. So many games coming to
DC
Switch.
Universe Online is coming to Switch.
Oh yeah, that
Interesting.
was announced. The release date was announced. When is it?
Wait,
August 6th.
Wait, I think we passed our.
Yeah, we did. There's a new Hearthstone's expansion the week after.
I'm so far behind in Hearthstone.
There's quite a bit. Let me look at highlights for August. This is one I want. Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. Fuck hell
What the
yeah.
hell is Rebel Galaxy Outlaw? It's not like I need more games to play. I've got
I
so
actually think this
many.
is a game you'd quite like.
Oh,
It's like
I've got
Space Cowboys.
Spider-Man and Wolfenstein and Counter-Strike.
Oh, it's only on the Epic Game Store.
Interesting.
So I guess you can't play it.
Oh, no.
So Rebel Galaxy came out in 2015, which
Yes.
was pretty good. This is like a spin-off / expansion. Not expansion, sorry, sequel.
Is it a space
So
game?
out of cash, out of luck, out on the fringe, Juno Markev, great name, has a killer to tail, a debt to pay, and more trouble headed her way. Love it. Rebel Galaxy Outlaw takes place in a greasy blue-collar world of outlaws, truckers, cops, and thieves in space. I added the space bit.
Oh, nice.
Strap into a variety of spacecraft, settle a score in some filthy space bar over a game of 8-ball, rock out to over 24 hours of music, and engage in white-knuckle dogfights.
God damn.
Check this shit.
Yo, space pew pew. And now you can't take it seriously. Sure, that looks awesome.
Yeah, space pew pew. In like a, it's almost like a what's that TV series everyone loves? Firefly.
Game of Thrones.
Wow.
Walking Dead.
It's like Firefly. The
Chernobyl.
game. It's definitely not Chernobyl. The game. That looks like an
wow.
That's a spaceship. That's an asteroid. Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah,
I'm very
it's
excited.
Firefly the game, I guess.
And it's $12.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
It's coming out in August.
Yeah, I'm fucking stoked for this game. So.
But you said it came out in 2015.
No, Rebel Galaxy came out in 2015.
Oh, so this is a... Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. That's game releases.
Yeah, that's game
Let us get
releases.
to the news.
The Veil. I didn't know they're making a video game about Eden.
Oh my god, coming out August. When in
Oh
August?
God. The end of August is so wild.
Will Nicola be the star of the Veil?
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
Astral Chain, Blair Witch, Control.
Is Blair Witch out that soon?
Yeah.
Shit, I hope that's good. That trailer they showed looked really
All
awesome.
in the same week. It's Control, Astral Chain, Blair Witch, Vermintide 2. Oh no, that's an expansion.
That's a game my friend was
Oninaki.
telling me to play.
Oninaki is made by the people who made I Am Setsuna.
Okay.
There's
that
a
makes
demo.
sense. Is it a
There's a
demo?
demo arc,
Okay,
yeah.
that explains because we were talking about it earlier this week. It's like you must check out Oninaki. I was like,
Umar is like super into
it like rings a bell, but I thought it was out. So he's obviously just played the demo. Then.
So I know I'm Setsuna was highly regarded, and then the next game, because it's a Japanese, it's like a wing of Square Enix called Japanese RPG Factory.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Then they made Lost Sphere, which wasn't super.
Wasn't great,
Yeah.
apparently.
And now
I still want to play I'm
looks
Setsuna.
cool. Oh, this is September. God, we've gone way over.
Yeah.
I was like,
Off to the
Catherine's up
news.
this month? How did that happen?
Catherine. Is that coming to Switch?
No, I can't remember.
It's fine.
But it's fucking good. You should
Yeah.
play it.
I've heard
It's got problems, but it's fucking good.
it's a good game. Now, what big news do we have this week?
Where is Zer?
Where is
He's in a game called
Jupiter Hell?
Ooh, it's
Jupiter
a Doom roguelike. I'm down
Okay,
for that shit.
That sounds awesome.
Wait, let me look at the gaming tab because
Yeah, I was just
that will
gonna say,
make life easier. That will make life a lot easier. I don't remember many big stories. There's going to be no Street Fighter 6 at EVO.
Oh no! Poor
Yoshiniro Ono was like, nah, which to me isn't at all surprising. I spoke about Moonlighter and This War of Mine being free on Epic Games Store this week.
Is
Next
this
week,
War of Mine free as well?
yeah.
God damn.
Next week is going to be Alan Wake and For Honor.
Wow.
Yeah, stepping up the
Those
game.
are some pretty big games. Okay,
I know.
Alan Wake's like ancient now, but
Yeah.
For Honor is, I mean, it's not new, but that's still quite a thing.
Speaking of Alan Wake, there was an interview with Quantic Dream, Jesus, Remedy's Sam Lake. Whoa.
Okay, the internet just died, but we're back.
Remedy's Sam Lake about the possibility of an Alan Wake 2, and he said the studio has twice tried to do it, and it just hasn't panned out. They did it before Quantum Break, and a lot of the ideas they had there, they said it didn't feel like an Alan Wake, so it turned into Quantum Break.
Okay.
And then they tried again after Quantum Break, and the same thing happened with Control.
Okay.
So he was basically saying it's been so long now that the expectations are really high, so it's really difficult to envision them actually doing it. But who knows?
Reboot Max Payne, you cowards.
Dear God.
Oh my God, imagine.
I don't even think they have the rights to Max Payne anymore, because
Don't
Max
they?
Payne 3 was made by Rockstar.
Yeah, that's so weird. Why did Rockstar pick up Max Payne?
Yeah. I don't know.
Did you ever play Max Payne 3?
I did. The game was good. The story was fucking garbage, I thought. It lost all the nuance that Remedy brought to the game. So, yeah.
Boo.
But the gameplay was really good. So.
Yeah.
Squeaky Clean, Soap McTavish, and other familiar faces are coming back for Modern Warfare, the reboot.
But not the ones you know. It's re-envisioned people.
Re-envisioned, rebooted, revitalized.
Remastered.
Remastered.
Re-warfared. Hire me.
Corsair
Cries Gaming.
bought Origin PC. If you live in the States, you pretty much know Origin because they that's a really cool computer case.
So I was thinking Origin. I'm like, wait a minute. Did Corsair buy
Origin.
EA? Yeah.
No, hell no. No, definitely not. Fire Emblem Three Houses is apparently very good.
Oh, did
Darren's
Darren
review was super
What did he give it?
glowing. 9 out of 10. He loves it.
What a shill.
So I read his review, and I read Callie Plaggy from GameSpot, my editor from GameSpot.
Yep.
She also loved it. She gave it a 9.
What shills.
And I was reading her review, and there was a paragraph that I read, and I was like, Fire Emblem sounds exactly like Persona. Like you're playing turn-based battles, and then you're like going into like a social simulator one. This one you're like
You're in a school, aren't you?
Yeah, you're in a school, and you're like the professor, so you helping students like upgrade and whatever.
Oh man.
And I was like, this is fucking Persona. So I told Darren, I'm like, why have you not told me Fire Emblem is basically Persona? Also, why haven't you played Persona? Because he loves these Fire Emblem games. So we made a deal that I'll play Fire Emblem Three Houses and he'll play Persona 5.
Oh man, you guys are going to be lost for months.
Yeah.
Because Fire Emblem is also a very long game.
It's 80 hours for your first playthrough. Yeah.
That's a lot.
There's a new Overwatch character called Sigma, and he's apparently barefoot.
What? Why is he barefoot? Is that his weak? So you don't go for headshots, you go for foot shots.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Shoot him in the foot.
Shoot him in the Achilles tendon.
Oh no.
This dude looks jacked.
That
though.
is-
He's like a mad scientist.
That's actually unrelated. The star of the new game, The Veil.
Oh, yeah.
He's been
barefoot,
benching,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Look at
And he's barefoot.
Barefoot and built, but
Barefoot and benching. What fucking header is this? Darren, we need to talk.
we'll talk. CD Projekt Red clarifies its respectful approach to how religion is handled in Cyberpunk 2077.
And it's just this fucking
But it's I don't know who the dude is on the left, and there's Keanu Reeves on the right.
staring at him. This is very, very disturbing.
Darren, we need answers. Hit us up.
Access is finally on PlayStation 4, and it sucks because the vault that they have on PS4 is massively reduced from what it is on Xbox and
Well,
PC.
hopefully it grows. I think it's a starting point.
Yeah,
Well, maybe, I don't know.
I just thought after all this time it would have at least had some parity. Very strange.
God damn.
The Xbox UI is getting another update because there are only two things true in this world: it's that the universe is expanding and the Xbox UI is garbage.
Oh my god. At the office we've got an Xbox. And the limited time we spend on it, half of it's like navigating the menu, trying to figure out where the
It's fucking
like I just want to
atrocious.
play a game. It's like where's
so
the
bad.
game library? Okay, you've got to click this little game icon on the top left. It's hidden
Well,
away.
this screenshot from the redesign
It
looks a
looks
lot
like-
better. Like
yeah.
it's got your game bar at the top. They're removing Cortana, which I hope again helps the speed of it, because half the problem is the thing feels like it's like you're navigating through molasses. It's just so
Is
slow.
Katana like their Siri? Or what is
Yes,
it?
Yeah, and it's just
But
bad.
am I wrong in saying that like they've taken it out and put it back in and taken it out? Or am I
Not on
imagining
Xbox. This is the first time they're taking that, but they've
Okay.
detached it from a lot of things on
Okay,
Windows.
so that's why it rings a bell. I'm like, I'm sure they've
Yeah.
removed it before. Oh.
Cyberpunk parody game Cyberprank 2069 removed from Steam.
I wish I was that guy.
We live-
Cyberprank.
We live in a dystopian
Play my game,
universe.
Cyberprank 2069.
Fucking hell. Have you heard of this Joy-Con drift issue?
Yes. What is the drift issue?
So it's like after a while, some like dust gets lodged in your thumbsticks, or
Yeah.
they start like fucking out, and essentially you get ghost input.
Okay.
So you cannot be touching the control, and you can see good Zelda having his, good Link having his camera rotate.
You just
Shut up!
You just did
No one asked
what
you.
everyone hates.
Shut up!
I love playing Zelda when
Get out
when
of
you
my house.
climbs mountains and stuff. What a main character.
Oh my god! But yeah, basically that, and I think it was Gita Jackson at Kotaku like brought it up, and it seems that when she brought it up, people were like, oh, this isn't an isolated issue because I have it as well. This
Yeah.
and it became this massive thing, to the point where now a leaked internal memo from Nintendo says that they will repair Joy-Con drift for free,
That's cool.
because previously they were repairing it for $40, which is almost the price of a
That
brand
is
new Joy-Con.
insane.
Yeah.
And unrelated though, my Joy-Con, the one I have, it works when I'm playing the Switch in handheld mode, but when I undock it, it doesn't work. I don't know why.
That is bizarre.
It shows that it picks up, like it'll show player 1 or player 2,
Yeah.
but it just refuses to pick up on
That
the
is
Switch.
super weird.
So I don't know what it still works
That thing
attached,
fucked.
thankfully. Yeah,
Yeah.
but fix it for free, Nintendo, please. I wish.
But yeah, it's good that this is happening. The one thing I'm concerned about is if Nintendo have identified the core issue here
Yeah.
and fixed it for the Switch Lite. Because if this happens on the Switch Lite,
boy.
you
You're-
can't take
you're
this Joy-Con
screwed, yeah.
off. It's fucked. Like,
Well, yeah. I hope they have then.
so yeah, that's what I think most. I mean, the fact that this came up around the same time that the Switch Lite was announced was certainly
A coincidence?
coincidence.
I think not.
GTA Online's got this new casino. You know how people get really mad at loot boxes because they say it's randomization and it's
Yep.
gambling?
Yes.
People are getting real mad that they can't play this gambling game, which I find fucking hilarious.
It is. Oh my god! I've been served ads for this everywhere I've gone.
So turns out that it's not just South Africa, it's around like 50 other countries where this stuff is just turned off. And it turns out it's just because Rockstar isn't keen on testing the rules around online gambling.
So what? It works in like the States, the gambling
Yes.
portion of the game, but it's disabled in other regions or what?
Yes. So
Okay.
it's to do with like online gambling laws. It's not South Africa specifically that is barred this, but rather it seems that Rockstar are just like,
They just
we're not
cut
going
it
to
off,
test, we're not going to do it. This really good
Good
article
yeah.
done by Brad, what's his surname? Lang.
Brad Lang.
Brad Lang dives into a lot of it, and he got in contact with a good video game lawyer, Nick Hall.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Who gives a lot of big explanations for why this might be happening.
Geez, like that is a long ass explanation.
So yeah, and it was him that basically says it is important to note that the SA government or even the gambling board has not played any part in this. If they have, I'd be very surprised. Rockstar has decided, based on advice of its legal team, that it would be too risky to make the casino available in South Africa. And you can
Interesting.
read up on some previous court cases that probably led
Yes.
to this sort
Sure.
of decision. So yeah, but there's
Interesting.
already a a petition going around in South Africa.
Of course
where
there is.
players are like, we deserve this content. I just hope that there's that much further, when we don't get access to loot boxes and people like, we deserve
We
these
need
randomized
loot
bullshit.
boxes. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I just can't.
Can't even. Can't.
We're living in a world where we'll complain about loot boxes and then complain about
And
the
we-
inability to play a
to play
gambling
with
game.
to play loot boxes.
Just go to a casino.
We've done that.
Fans are making Dino Crisis Unreal Engine 4 pretty
Nice.
cool. Darren is really bad at predictions. Did you read this article?
No, I did.
So he made predictions at the beginning of the year. He got one right.
What
All
did
the
you get
others are
right?
just fuck off wrong.
What is the one you got right?
Let's see. Hold on. Let's make fun of
7
him.
months left. Oh my!
The only one you got right was PlayStation 5 being teased.
Oh wow! Okay, I think
vague as fuck.
I would
anyway,
have called that.
He said that Call of Duty would have an optional single player. Wrong.
Nope.
Fortnite begins to lose traction.
Nope.
Wrong. Overwatch goes free to play. Wrong.
Okay, I would have made that prediction because I still think that Overwatch should go free to play.
It will probably go free to play when they announce the second one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bungie hands over Destiny to Activision, which was funny because the day after he put up this article, Bungie retained the rights to Destiny,
Oh boy.
which was hilarious. Nintendo reveals a beefier Switch. Wrong.
I thought that would.
Bethesda pulls the plug on 76. Fallout
Wrong.
76. Wrong. Rocksteady reveals a Justice
Wrong.
League game.
Oh my
Wrong.
God.
Metal Gear Rising 2 Revengeance
Boogaloo.
announced. Wrong. So yeah,
Actually, okay, I remember reading his
Darren is the
predictions article.
anti-Jason Schreier.
Look, Darren was. I echo the same sentiment with a couple of his predictions.
I mean, he swung for the fences there for sure.
yeah,
But
like the fact that a beefier Switch would be announced. I think a lot of people.
I mean,
thought,
it's been rumored enough.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
Nintendo thought, nah.
Yeah.
Here's a Switch Lite. Damn it. Next year's the one.
There was a Twitch
saw
streamer
that.
who threw a cat over her head this week, so fuck her, honestly.
Yeah. Did she get banned? What did she do?
I don't know if
just
she got banned,
apologized?
but she apologized. But good lord.
And that, sorry, unrelated to it, so this is what got her into the news, her throwing her cat over her
she
head.
also
because
fed her cat vodka.
yeah, I was going to say.
Fucking
Not
hell.
cool. Like, what the hell?
Hate everything. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. Although, sorry, not in the news here, but there was news that Doom 1, 2, and 3 are coming to Switch.
Oh yeah, that happened yesterday. Yeah, so they're already out.
They're already out. And they're cheap.
It is the BFG edition though for 3. So it's the one
What does that
where
mean?
it's the one people don't like because in original Doom 3 you had to swap between your weapons and your torch.
Flashlight, yeah.
In 3 they put the flashlight on your chest, so it takes out a lot of the tension.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I ended up using my weapons for light. I'd fire my
enough,
shotgun
yeah.
like, oh, there it is. There it is.
I'm so excited for Eternal at the end of the year.
Yeah, that's going to be
Unbelievably
good.
Excited for that
Oh.
game. So yeah, that's
That's
should
nice.
get to questions.
Questions.
If
Good
you
Lord, we have
want
a
to
lot
get
of
your questions read on Checkpoint Chat, the most prestigious podcast in the world, you can email us, checkpointchatpodcast@gmail.com. You can also tweet at us at Checkpoint Chat on Twitter. We put out a questions post. You can even DM us. DMs
You can DM us.
open.
I put out
Slide into
I
them
put up
DMs.
an awesome GIF every Friday.
I know. Good gifts.
The GIF this Friday was a cat snapping on its
I
sunglasses.
swear that GIF is just a video in reverse. Like someone put glasses on the cat,
I think it is in
and the
reverse.
cat's like, "Fuck this noise."
It's 100% in reverse, but it's clever.
It's clever. You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/checkpointchat. You can send us questions there too.
Send us
So
all
many
of your
options.
Yeah,
Send us questions.
We got questions on every platform.
Hot damn.
So over on Facebook, Erwin Kemp says,
Sup?
he just
Sup,
says,
Owen?
chats about the magnificent game Mutant Year Zero.
So
We touched on this earlier.
I know it's
a little
coming
bit.
out on Switch. I haven't played it yet.
All I know is that it's XCOM with animals.
Yeah,
kind of,
it's like
but not
there's one
really.
character that looks like Daffy Duck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know Brad's played it and he loved it when he reviewed it. I need to get to it. I know it's on Game Pass and maybe I'll pick
is
it up
it on
on
Game
Switch.
Pass?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love XCOM, so I should play it. This one's got a stealth element to it. Like Mutant Year Zero's got more of a stealth.
I mean, it really is. Look at that. It's like a.
Oh, look, it's like Daffy Duck.
It's a beefy Daffy Duck
And
holding
the
a weapon.
pig guy looks like that bad guy from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
He does, and then there's this just a normal human in the middle. Of
Is
them.
it a human? No, it can't be.
I don't know. Why won't you let me? Oh, whatever. It's,
But yeah, it
it's,
looks.
it's XCOM.
I need to get to it because it's 100% in the Venn diagram of shit I'd play.
Oh shit! It's so
Did you play
specific.
it? Did you like XCOM?
I liked XCOM, but then I didn't like XCOM because it's the one game.
randomization.
The one game that made me stress, and I don't like stressful games. Although this is a weird thing. I say I don't like stressful games, but I play games like Bloodborne and Sekiro, which I don't equate that to stress. Though I know that at some point I'm going to
Yeah,
get
it's
better
very
and
different.
surpass the game. Whereas XCOM is like,
I'm gonna lose this character
I'm
forever.
gonna lose this character forever, and I've named them, and they've been so good to me.
Or
They've-
Fire Emblem's so not gonna be your cup
no.
of tea then.
Stay away from me, Fire. Okay, then over on Twitter.
Darren basically describes Fire Emblem as XCOM with waifus, so
I mean, that sounds like
not
fun.
wrong.
Not wrong. You know this. I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Malesh? Malesh?
I think Malesh, yeah. If
Malesh?
you're saying it wrong, let us know. I think it's
Let us know.
Malesh.
I think every time they send a question, we're like, hey, let us know.
Yeah.
Like, it's pronounced this way.
Maybe we're just saying it right. He hasn't let us know.
Yes, oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What's up, Milesh?
they sent 2 questions. So first one, just finished Walking Dead Season 3 and I'm lamenting the loss of Telltale. Which developer would you like to continue making these games and what IPs would you see them adapt?
Yeah, I'm really
from Telltale, yeah.
I'm really sad that Telltale disappeared, but I'm also kind of like, man, that company seemed like a fucking shit show to work at.
And they reached a point as well where there seemed like there were too many properties. Like it was hard to keep up.
They were doing that because they were like drowning.
Yeah, you don't have to play every game, but the thing is, you'd want to I would want to play the Game of Thrones game and the Walking Dead and the
Batman series
and
is
the Batman
phenomenal.
games and the Guardians game. Like there were just so many properties.
They were doing a Marvel one.
Yeah.
But I mean, when they closed down, it was evident why. It was like they were swimming under so much debt that they were just taking on everything they could.
Yeah, they could to just like stay afloat.
I don't know who would take over. I'd love to see maybe Double Fine do some more.
Who's Double Fine again?
Double Fine, the people who do Psychonauts and Day of the Day of the Tentacles, LucasArts. Sorry.
Tim Schafer. That's their bread and butter.
Yeah.
They do really good adventure
like
games.
Full Throttle and stuff
yeah.
like that. So yeah, I would like to see them. I mean, they have a style, like a weird style to them, but they would probably be the best to kind of take over some of this stuff. I don't know if they'd work with like big properties, existing properties. So.
The thing with those games, they're very light on gameplay but heavy on story. I don't know if this is a cop-out, but CD Projekt Red, they make great RPGs, but when I think of The Witcher 3, most of my time was spent just enjoying the story, going through the dialogue, that sort of thing. So it'd be cool to see them take on
that actually would be
another property, and then instead of having to worry about combat, their focus is just the branching dialogue and the storylines and stuff. So,
well, they've got another studio in Krakow, which is like their Unity studio, and they're the ones who made Gwent.
Gwent, okay.
So you could definitely see one. I know Gwent had a phenomenal story as well, so you could definitely see them make like a adventure game with Unity set in whatever universe.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Because their storytelling is like the characters and the way the stories are. You know what I mean? It's next level stuff. So if they did adventure games exclusively, heck, I'd play.
And they're good at adapting because The Witcher and now CD Projekt Cyberpunk are both adaptations.
Cyberpunk 2069, all adaptations.
They're taking existing properties and like putting their own spin on them, so they're pretty good at that. Yeah, that's a solid choice. Yeah,
I'll take it. Okay, next question. You have mentioned having Darren on the podcast. What about the other critical hits, Lazy Gamer peeps? Would be keen to hear P Fangirl, aka Noel, and Nuka Nuka Dash.
I don't think that's how you say the name.
Fangirl. It's a silent P, I know, but still, it's
just Fangirl. Fangirl. Is that what you call it at work?
No, I call her Noel. So he's basically saying he would be keen to hear Noel and Tracy join us as guests.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've chatted about this before. It's all a matter of, at least with Noel and Tracy, they're in Joburg.
Yeah,
but they're on the other fucking end of Joburg.
I don't know. Maybe one day it would be cool.
Yeah, maybe a special thing. Maybe during Comic-Con, if we take our equipment or something, that'd be really cool.
We'll have Darren here with all of the people.
Yeah, I mean, we actually are trying. We're investigating to see if we can include Darren because he's in PE, and Brad. We're gonna do like a test and see if it works out. But at least when we discussed, we're very precious about like our quality and recording in person because I think it's far better when you record in person.
I can look Sandy in the eye when I call him a dick.
And swear at him, yeah. That's why when Glenn stands in for you, he comes over. We don't just Skype or anything. Yeah,
I mean, we've said it a million times. There's a reason I drive all the way from Parkview to Benoni. It's not like a 5-minute drive. We do it because it honestly is the best.
It works better.
Put together the best quality we can.
So like I said, I'd love Tracy and Noel to be on, but they live even further than Matty. So
it's
I'm not saying I've asked them and this is the answer they've given. I'm just assuming, but we're not closed to this conversation.
Definitely not. Well, maybe you never know. Comic-Con will have the whole team around. Maybe we'll do a nice
a round table. That'll be fun.
Round table. Shit, we need more marks.
Yeah, could you imagine? Oh, Jesus, trying to find a place there to record would be a nightmare.
Okay, that's all we have on Twitter. And
thanks for your questions on Twitter.
Thank you. Now, you said Meg's emailed. I don't have any emails from him.
No, there are on the They are. Miguel.
No, but this is old.
No, it's not old.
What? Oh, did he?
He messaged on like Tuesday.
I was like, no, that's old stuff.
It's not. No, it's not old.
Okay. I'm sorry, Migs.
See, Migs, I'm protecting you here.
I was like, no, man, this is like old email stuff.
My goodness. I just saw it on like a Tuesday. It came through like fucking midnight or something like that.
You're like, oh, this guy working late. Okay. He says, hey, have you guys delved into the new Waypoint Vice Games Obsession Neon Genesis Evangelion on Netflix?
Yeah, so Neon Genesis Evangelion, the anime series.
It was like unavailable but it was unavailable. I mean, you could only watch it back in the day, like through very limited channels.
Yes, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
So now it's on Netflix and it's a wild ride, and no Waypoint or Vice Gaming as they're known as now. Like they have this like podcast series that like 4-hour episodes on just breaking down like 2 episodes of the anime. It's fucking wild.
That's
so
cool.
I haven't listened to any of them, but I'm aware of it.
So the rest of the email, it says, I'm probably certain that Alessandro is initiating his mantra number 26, fuck anime, and continue his quest to Platinum Scar.
When have I ever said that? I like anime.
Matthew, on the other hand, might give it a shot until the Spider-Man selfie urge takes over.
When have I ever said something bad about anime?
So funny.
That is a lie.
You know, like in Star
Fucking
Wars,
quote me.
They're like, initiate, what is it, order?
66.
So you're like, initiate mantra number 26, fuck anime, I'm going to go do my platinums.
I want to find an episode where I said fuck anime.
I'm putting that on a shirt. Initiate mantra 26, it'll be your face going.
Fuck anime. I like anime. I haven't watched Neon Genesis Evangelion yet, just because I haven't had the time, but I like anime. What are you talking about?
I'll take it.
Full Metal Alchemist? Dope. Pretty cool.
That has to be the name of the episode or something. Initiate mantra 26 or something. Okay, next question. What are your thoughts on game subscriptions versus games that you bought a license for at a cheap price?
Mm-hmm.
Delve into the game subscription library or actually finish the backlog first. Microsoft Game Pass, although at a good price of $69 per month, does not include DLC of games on the service. As an example, Shadow of War was added to the library, but only the base game and not the definitive edition.
No, Shadow of War, it was the Game of the Year edition. I swear to God it was.
I don't know.
I downloaded it. No, wait. They have Shadow of Mordor, which has the Game of the Year edition there, but not Shadow of
okay.
War.
He says, it may suck, but I can understand if that is how Microsoft is getting developers to make cash on the side. Would this bring in a new age of excellent must-play DLC content?
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. Like,
I've never thought about that.
Yeah, you don't get the DLC. I mean, I don't even know if you can purchase. I think you can purchase it, but then if you lose access to the main game, then you're fucked.
Oh yeah, sure. What happens if you have Game Pass and you have the DLC, then you don't have Game Pass?
Yeah.
I mean, then I suppose you can't play the game. I suppose that is the model that free-to-play games have, where it's like, here's the base game, pay extra for DLC or extras if you want. But I suppose this is more gated in that you pay your subscription for, inverted commas, a higher quality game with the option of DLC. I don't know, like with games as a service, I think they're very cool. I don't subscribe to any because I don't have an Xbox.
Yeah.
But Xbox Game Pass is on PC, and I have been very tempted to, just try it for a month, choose from. There's tons of really cool games there that I've never played before.
Yeah.
And if Microsoft continually cycle the games the way they do, the way they currently do, which they add like 5 to 6 games a month. And there will be games there that you've missed or that you've wanted to play. So like as an example, this doesn't apply to me, but I know Metal Gear Solid 5 was added recently. Yeah. Which is a really cool game that some people might have just slept on, and now it's, free again in inverted commas. You are paying for it, but you're not having to go out and buy it. You get the option of actually trying it and being like, that's cool.
You can play it to completion because, they are cycling the games, but I feel like a game's on there for a good 4 or 5 months before it's I know the first Hitman season got cycled out recently.
Yeah. But that's fine. That's enough time to try the games. If you're paying every month, you're always going to get 5 to 6 new editions every month.
It's the Netflix model. It's the exact same thing.
It's like Netflix is here to stay.
It's like I'm not buying movies or buying series because they generally on Netflix. And if they're leaving, then whatever. Then I find a way
and you're not even just on Netflix. You got Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Do you have Showmax? No?
No, fuck that.
What's wrong with Showmax?
Amazon Prime, Hulu.
Yeah. Okay, you've got those. You've got those. But that's the thing. You instead of buying movies and DVDs, that's where the future. I mean, even music. When's the last time you bought?
I
CD?
bought an album. Yeah, I'm just using Spotify.
You just Spotify or Google Music or Apple Music. There's so much to choose from now, and I think.
I mean, you've still got the options to purchase. I know that if you're on Game Pass, I think you get a discount if you actually purchase the game as well. So it's incentivizing you to do both. But Microsoft's just hoping you subscribe and don't unsubscribe. Yeah, because it makes them more money in the long run.
I don't think. I think gaming is an exception in that actually having the option. I mean, DVDs haven't gone away, but people don't necessarily buy DVDs to the extent that they used to. I somehow don't see that happening in gaming, at least not for a long time. I think people will still buy the games they want and have the option of just subscribing on the side to. I mean, Xbox Game Pass is one service, but we've got Ubisoft, we've got EA. There's a whole lot. You don't know. I don't know. Maybe Steam's going to have its own at some stage. Pay a premium, get a choice of 100 games a month, or. And can you imagine that? Actually, a Steam. Could
you imagine people's libraries? Oh god,
so much.
But I think this is where we're heading with the streaming stuff as well, because like you said, people don't buy DVDs, but I know people buy 4K Blu-rays because they prefer the quality.
They'll choose their favorites.
Streaming, because it's like even though you're streaming something at 4K, it's still not as good as having the physical thing. So people will be like, well, I don't want to stream this game. I want to have the real thing to get like native 4K or whatever the fuck. And I think that's where we're headed. So. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Okay, we've got one. This isn't so much a question as a concern. Okay, this I won't tell you who this email's from.
Michael.
No, it's not. I'll just read it.
It's a lie.
I'll just read it.
I've seen the email.
You'll lose the meaning if you say who it's from. It says, "Hi, Checkpoint Chat. I hear my boy Fig is playing Dota 2 again. Oh. Do you need help, son? Come back to us. Call me if you need help. Yours truly, Fig's mom." It was from John Michael. Not my mom.
I will set up a petition to get you to stop playing Dota, to save you from this hellscape.
He put a number here. Whose number did he put in? He put in a random number. Who is this number?
It would have been so funny if you dialed it and it came up as your mom's number.
I'm like, how did you know?
Fuck, that would have been hilarious.
How did you know?
Mikey, you need to upgrade your prank game. That would have been fucking epic.
I think he literally just put in a random number though, unless it's someone I know who I just don't have their number saved.
Maybe it's his mom's number.
Let's call it live now. No, let's not. It's like, hi, John Michael's mom.
Home Affairs.
Home Affairs. This is the Dota 2 helpline.
Could you imagine? It's like a Nintendo Power, but for Dota addicts.
We hear that this is a safe space.
Yes, safe space. Do not hang up the phone.
We have counselors who can walk you through this. Yeah. We can uninstall Dota.
Are you clicking right now?
Oh, no. No. Yes, no. How do I stop it? Put your hand behind your back.
Stop fighting for ages. Come back to the light.
Stop thinking in APM. Yeah, that's the last question / comment on.
I love that. Yeah, that was great. If you want to send us questions at Checkpoint Chat on Twitter, slide into them DMs. checkpointchatpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
Send us an email. Or facebook.com/checkpointchat. Give us a comment, I guess.
Do all of the things.
You can message us on there, I guess, as well. I don't know how it works. I don't know how Facebook works. It just harvests my data, that's all.
It really does. Remember that Face app people were freaking out over? It's got all my data. Facebook and Twitter and Instagram have the exact same, if not worse.
There's a Netflix series called The Great Hack or The Hack, and it's about the Cambridge Analytica scandal with Facebook from like 2-3 years ago. You should watch it.
Did you watch the series? It's called You, I think.
Yes, that was creepy, eh?
Yeah, that was 100% like, holy shit, it's very easy to learn about a
stuff
person.
On social media.
Stay away. You might date a bookstore owner who will stalk you.
Who has a soundproof vault in the bottom of his bookstore.
To look after his books, aka prison cell.
Yeah. Seems like he like jacked off there more than he.
No, that's so weird.
The amount of times in that series you see him just fantasizing about stuff, and it cuts back to him like, oh no.
You're like, whoa, okay.
This got intense real fast.
God damn. So anyways, goodbye. No, I'm kidding. This is episode 61.
Is it? Yes, it is.
Now you questioning.
I'm always questioning our episode
questioning life. Always question your news sources. But not Checkpoint Chat. We tell truth.
We legit. We
tell the truth.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week.
Yes.
With a brand new episode of episode 62 of Checkpoint Chat.
I'm not going anywhere, so don't worry. You don't have to
not
stress.
yet. You're only
Not
going,
yet.
You're only leaving in October again.
Damn it.
I cry.
I cry every time.
But this has
That's
been Checkpoint Chat. It's been great.
Yeah.
And we'll thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.